Hi, it's Tom here from FDS, and today we're going to look at this, which is the Blasterparts and Curve magazine. And as you can see, these are in black, which isn't ideal for some people, but they're not designed really for kind of open street nerf. They're designed for LARPers or cosplay type folk and people who want a more realistic looking magazine. And they are based on the design of the standard NATO magazine. They have less of a curve, as you can see, than the Worker Banana mags, and they are made of a black ABS type material. They're much thicker, this material, and it's a little weightier than the kind of Nerf thin plastic, and certainly than the Worker material. So the build quality on these is clearly very good. Now the follower spring, as we can see here, does move up and down a little bit as you shake it. It is a little bit weaker than the Nerf one. It hasn't caused any problems so far, but it does obviously mean that when they're empty they rattle around a little bit. Now, one of the things that I have discovered with these is that there are some fit issues. Now, not very many people have mentioned these, so I thought I would take the time to go over the blasters that this works well with and the blasters it doesn't work well with. Now, we'll start with the Retaliator. This is an early one. Now, you can see this has got a fairly square magwell and it fits really nicely, and you get a really nice look with that. That's quite a tasty little fit there, and actually gives it a real bolt pistol-y sort of look. Then the EAT. So we'll try the Elite Alpha Trooper again. This is a 5 kilo one. And there we go, and you can see that that's fitted very well into the Alpha Trooper, and these are very secure. They don't wiggle very much because of the shape of them. There's slightly less wobble than there is in Nerf magazine, which is good because it keeps the feed lip at the top aligned really nicely with the bolt. So that's another positive feature of these versus the Nerf magazines. And particularly in this area here, there's a little bit less flexibility, and you can see that these have these neatly beveled edges at the back. And that will just help the bolt feed cleanly through the top of the magnet. Now the problems really start with flywheelers. Now the Raven, this is an N-Strike Raven, and you would think this would be a really good candidate for this magazine because it will look really nice. And I know that bullpup thing is popular with many people. Now the big problem here is it's really stiff to fit it into there. Now you can't, one-handed, I can't anyway, pull that magazine easily out. That's taking quite a bit of effort to get it to come out. And you can see it actually leaves a little bit of black plastic residue behind sometimes as you pull it out. Now the problem is, if you look at the shape of this magazine well here, you can see it's trapezoid shape, much more so than the magazine wells in the springers. And as we try to insert the magazine, the back section fits really nicely. But as you go in, the trapezoid part along here starts to cause problems, and it does start to rub. Now you can mess about with the fit of those a little bit, but obviously it's going to hurt your mag changing speed. If you look here, you can see this, you might be able to see those marks, that black mark there left by inserting the magazine. That's where the point of contact is. So that's the Raven. Now I think the Rapid Strike is probably best suited to the magazine, but it also fits the worst. Now again, that's a very positive fit in there. If you've got a painted Rapid Strike, I couldn't get it to actually fit into my painted Rapid Strike. So it disables the mag lock because it won't lock in place. And you've got to grab the handle at the top here, that's why my arm is in shot, and pull pretty hard. Oh, it has locked this time. Pull pretty hard, there you go, to get that out. Now, again, it's at this point here. And we'll see if we can illustrate it a bit more cleanly. If we look just here by my finger, as you push the magazine in, I'm using my chin, it's quite difficult, I haven't got 3 hands. Here, so just there by my finger, I'll just put it up to camera there, you can see where the shape is a problem. And it's only on the back edge is okay, it's on this forward edge. And the magwell on the Rapid Strike is particularly trapezoid at the front. It's one of the distinctive features of the Rapid Strike is that trapezoid magwell. So that's a big fail that it doesn't fit there. And you can see again a little black line in the magwell here where that has been rubbing. Now you can shave down the magazine along here with a razor blade, but that will kind of mess up its fit on other things. Now I've got to go and grab another couple of blasters to demonstrate. So that's the Rapid Strike. Okay, so I've got to my strife here, and we'll have a look at this now, see how well it fits into there. And it should go pretty cleanly because the strife magwell is a little squarer again. And again, a nice fit in the strife, so that's good news. And I think you'll agree that that looks pretty cool in there, although it's quite long, it's hard to get it into shot. If I turn it this way, you'll be able to see a bit better. So it goes straight into the Rampage fine to give you a good side mag if you like that kind of sterling look. So again, it fits the Rampage. The other blaster these don't fit is they definitely don't fit the Demolisher. It's 2 hands again to get them into that Demolisher magwell. So there you have it. And there's a quick list of the compatibility of this magazine with different blasters. Fortunately, it fits some of the more common ones like the Strife and the Retaliator and the Alpha Trooper if you're in Europe, and the Rampage if you're elsewhere, if you can still get that. So there's some good news and some bad news about those. I think they're quite good quality. They're not a bad price. They're about 15 euros each. They've got plenty of stock of these. And I got these in a trade with UK Nerf War. I did some business for him and he kindly sent me 2 mags to look at. So I've got to say thank you very much to UK Nerf War for those, and I have enjoyed using them, although I really wanted to use them in my Rapid Strike, and the fact that I can't does annoy me. So Blasterparts, I think I give you about an 8 out of 10 for these. Really nice build quality, great design, something a bit different, stands out in the market, but poor testing. Now they said, when we talked to them about this problem, that the prototype versions that they had back from the manufacturer did fit the Rapid Strike and did fit the Raven, but in the production version this area thickened up and thus they don't. So they are aware of this problem. It won't change because they've got a lot of these. I don't know what the minimum order from the factory that made them is, but they're not going to change the design, so there won't be a fix for these. So if you do want them in your Rapid Strike, you'll have to razor them down yourself.